Hey everyone, it's John P.O. here again, and this is MAMECADE episode number 17. And if you'd like to be notified when new videos get posted, you can now follow MAMECADE on Twitter at this address.
But today we be reviewing Atari's 1989 pirate adventure game, Skulls and Crossbones.
Way before Johnny What's-His-Name jumped the shark with the whole pirate thing, being a buccaneer used to be cool, with all the swashbuckling and the yo-ho-hoing and stuff. The pirate-loving folks at Atari saw this and said, hey, let's make a pirate game, and thus Skull and Crossbones was born. The backstory is one of greed and revenge. You see, an evil wizard has stolen your treasure, and you're gonna get it back. You play a pirate named One Eye, who, not surprisingly, has just one eye. In two-player mode, your partner plays as Red Dog, who does not have a red dog, but does have a red parrot. Though the idea for the gameplay was brilliant, the design style for the cabinet was a mistake. You see, up until then, one of the hottest, if not the hottest games in the arcades was good old Dragon's Lair. Its cabinet was specific to it, with an overhanging control panel and a three-sided marquee. Thinking, if they boxed Skull and Crossbones in a similar shaped cabinet, they may get all those Dragon's Lair fans to take a look at it and give it a try. But what happened instead was vendors would cannibalize the lower earning Skull and Crossbones and convert them into Dragon's Lair machines. Atari soon stopped production, and you'd be very hard pressed to find a Skull and Crossbones intact today.
The game utilized Atari's first-rate artists again, making the graphics really stand out against its competition. They really capture the pirate's spirit with its cutscenes, maps, and of course its Buccaneer-inspired music. You have a choice of easy, medium, or hard gameplay. This is to give diversity, and more importantly, replay value to the game. The gameplay is pretty straightforward. You use your sword to dispatch various enemies, and you can strike high, strike low, and thrust forward. Every time you kill one, they drop a coin, and coins increase your wealth and sword strength, as indicated by the sword bar filling up on the bottom of the screen. The higher it fills, the stronger your damage is. Now, sometimes enemies may try to sneak up behind you because your character can only face one direction. Pressing the turn button will make him do an about face to protect your rear, and you can press the turn button off and on to turn left and turn right, as opposed to using the joystick. Instead of using a set health bar for your character, Atari revisits their pay-for-health system that worked so well for them in their 1985 hit Gauntlet. Every credit gives you 50 health points. Should you die, you can continue with another credit. Be mindful of your time with the hourglass. If it runs out, you lose 1 health point for every second that passes. Along the way, you might find buried treasure marked by a white letter X on the ground. By stepping on it and pressing the sword button, it'll be dug up. Now, treasure can be various gold coins or items. Try not to miss them, or worse, don't dig them up and leave them behind. You'll also find bottles of rum and food that can add to your health, or hourglasses that add to your time. Your faithful parrot will remind you when it's time to get moving. Sometimes the stupid bird just won't shut up. The red X's on the ground are jumping off points where you'll swing on a rope or somersault over a chasm or some other dramatically pirate-like action. Now, as you hunt down the wizard who took your gold, your travels take you to various locations, from Spanish castles to ninja encampments to caverns filled with the undead, with a boss at each level waiting for you until you eventually reach the wizard's castle itself. Oh, there's a souvenir. Well, like many arcade games, Skull and Crossbones was ported to the home market. It was released on the Nintendo NES, Commodore 64, the Amstrad CPC, Atari ST, and Sinclair ZX Spectrum computers. It's a very enjoyable game, and even more so with 2 players.
You killed the wizard. Don't crap on my shirt.